Greetings and good day to all of you. This is Jean, the Executive Director of KLTT ATM Machine Services and Financial Consultancy Partnership, helping you to master the technology. Without wasting any time, let us jump into our IDE Dev C++ to explain the flow of our program. In this ATM machine program, we have utilized 10 header files including IO string, declaring a set of functions for standard input or output, cornea.h consoling input, output functions, stdlib.h for memory allocation, process control, conversions, and others. Fstream, creating files, writing information to files, and reading information from files. IOManic, defining the manipulator functions to affect the state of IO stream objects, especially when arranging the output formatting in our system, as well as the text file, string and C-string. Both string and C-string are used to store text such as our client data, including name, IC, account type, and phone number. The difference between string and C-string is that C-string accepts null terminator for C-style string. Next, stdlib, which is for copying function in C-string function. And last but not least, time.h for automatic date, which will be covered later in FD function. Most importantly, the project consists of 1,449 lines to bring out a lot of features which will be covered shortly. There are 3 classes used in this project, which are manual, user, and account. User-defined functions such as add for deposit, deduct for withdrawal, fund transfer, fixed deposit, accounts details, and mini statement for the use of bank statement are utilized. Shani, could you please introduce our system?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Tan Xuanning from Group 10 of Section 28. Introducing our company, KLTT ATM Machine Services and Financial Consulting Partnership. As the Executive of Fund Transfer Department, I would like to touch out our company background. KLTT represents the first character in our surnames, which is K from Kwan Xiaowei, L from Lim Xin Yu, T from TEOH Jin, and eventually it's me, T from Dan Shen Ni. 4 of the partners collaborated and formed a partnership software and data company in the financial field. Without further ado, let us compile the file now. Oh wow, oh my gosh! As you can see in the terminal, it displays an extremely huge welcoming message in the homepage, sending the warmest regards from 4 of us. Our ATM machine system is integrated with various colors of font, including red, orange, yellow, green, blue, light blue, purple, light red, and gray, and more coming soon. We use the keyword system, color XY, to make our font colorful. Speaking of our homepage, the users are given 4 choices. That is 1. Create a new bank account. 2. Log into your account. 3. Help. and 0 for exit. If the users enter alphabetical, such as A or B. Let me demonstrate it. As expected, it pops out a message saying that only digits are allowed. Press any key to continue. Next, even the users input the selections other than stated here, for instance, 5 or 100. The system will refresh and the user can only proceed with any of the activities until he or she fulfills the requirement. That is 1, 2, 3, and 0. The reason behind is because of the post-test loop is triggered as the user does not meet the requirements that have been assigned. Back to Jin again, and he will be explaining of how to create a new bank account.
First thing first, let's talk about the first selection. 1. Create a new bank account. Oh wow! All the fonts have been changed to green color, exhibiting that the user inputs correct selection. Beforehand, in the current folder, there are 2 files, C++ source file and executable file. Thus, I expect a text file to be created after the first creation of account. Henceforth, allow me to demonstrate by creating a bank account for myself. Let's key in my first name, TEOH, middle name, CHEE, and last name, Jin. My phone number 017-542-9057. But here, I try to perform some challenges to test our system limitation. In Malaysia, our phone number consists of 10 digits. So, let me just key in the first 9 digits of my phone number, 017-542-905. Oops! It shows the validity of the length of the phone number must be 10 digits. Well, let me try again if I key in 12 digits. 017-542-905701. As expected, it pops out the same message again. And finally, I try to key in exact 10 digits and see if it works. 017-542-9057. Oh yeah, it works. After that, I enter my IC number. In Malaysia, IC number consists of 12 digits. Again, let me demonstrate 10 digits and 13 digits, respectively. 02061901123, 0206190112345. Oh, well, both of these attempts trigger the message. IC number must be 12 digits. Try again. Then we key in the date of birth in the form of date, month, and year. Okay, we are almost done. The users are given 3 choices, that is savings, current, and other in terms of account type. If the user would like to create savings account, enter S. To create current account, just enter C. Otherwise, any input other than S and C, such as O, A, M, regardless of small capital or uppercase. You might wonder, what is the difference between savings and current account? No worries, Xingyu, the executive of Withdrawal department, will be explaining in her presentation shortly. In our ATM machine system, the users are not allowed to choose account number, just like other banks. The account number is automated based. Hence, it will be generated automatically. and 176,77,216 is my account number. To secure your account, it is a must for the user to have 6-digit passcode, and it must be changed regularly. Let's choose 190602 as the passcode. Shh! Don't share my passcode to other people, yeah? Else my money will fly again. Last but not least, I decide to keep 10,000 ringgit in my account as primary balance. Here, if the user inputs primary balance less than 10 ringgit, for example, 2, a warning message will pop up saying that the minimum primary balance must be 10 ringgit. Let's key in 10,000 ringgit and we are done. I shall be creating 3 more accounts for my partners. Back to our folder and have a look now. A text file known as user database is created. Let me open the file. As you can see, we have few rows and columns. The row represents different users with respect to their personal information. Speaking of column, the first column would be the first name, followed by middle name and last name, following the information such as phone number, IC number, date of birth, account type, account number, passcode, and primary balance. In short, 4 different files with different file names will be created. The user database, as mentioned earlier, number for automating accounts number, temp for storing temporary data, and lastly, fixed deposit, FD, to show the account details once the user have created fixed deposit account, which will be covered later. We assure that all of the confidential information is well encrypted and will not be sold to third party, as we believe privacy is the fundamental of human rights. Since all the accounts have been created, could you please show our audience how to log in into their account, SIAW?
Good day, Dr. Ismail. My name is KUAN from Group 10 of Section 28. As the Executive of Deposit Department, I will be sharing about the login function. First, when the user chooses the second choice, login to your account, the user will need to key in the account number and password. Let me log in into my account. As shown in the text file, Jean has created a bank account for me with the account number 16777-217 and the passcode 270802. Now, let me demonstrate in the case of passcode entered incorrectly. Let me just type my account number 16777-217 and I purposely key in my passcode as 27080. See, the page reloads, indicating that the account number and passcode do not match. Afterwards, I key in my account number again with the correct password. And now, I have logged in successfully. After logging into my account, it will show the option from 0 until 10 in the redesigned main menu. Apart from that, the system will also show my name on the top page. For example, login successfully, welcome KUAN. Our ATM machine system interface is completely redefined and re-engineered. First is cash deposit, second is cash withdrawal, 3 is Duit now fund transfer, 4 is update your details, 5 is view your account, 6 is create a fixed deposit account, 7 is view all fixed deposit transaction. 8 is view transaction. 9 is bank statement. 10 is close the account. And the last option is 0, which is log out. If the user enters an input in alphabetic form, for instance D, the system will show only digits are allowed. Press any key to continue, just like what SHEAN mentioned earlier. Additionally, if the user select an option which is out of the choice, for example 100, it will mention wrong choice, and the post-test loop do while loop will continue until the user inputs the option correctly according to the choices stated in the main menu. At the same time, the font has turned from light red to red, giving the user a warning and reminder to select the option that fall in the branch decay. One more thing, what if you encounter issues such as when you have forgotten your passcode? Is there any solution, SIAW?
Hello everyone, I am Lin Xingyu, the executive of the Withdrawal department from KLTT. Let's back to our homepage again. I will be classified about the third option in the homepage, namely helps. Let's enter number 3. First and foremost, the basic information of the system such as the app's name, KLTT ATM system, platform that the system works such as Windows, Ubuntu, and Linux, and ultimately, programming language use C++. Allow me to touch up a little bit about frequently asked questions. For instance, how to create a new bank account in question 1. The solution will be by selecting number 1 to create a new bank account. As proposed by Jin just now, you may wonder what is the difference between savings and current accounts. Therefore, you may refer to question 2 for the explanation. For further inquiries such as the users may have forgotten their password, they can reach us via emails, hotline, and officers' websites that at the bottom of the page. In the case that FAQ could not provide you a solution, we will be ensuring to update the information from time to time to guide our users with the last and most accurate piece of information. After that, the user will just have to press any key to return to homepage again. The user may wonder how do they log out from their account once they have done with the transaction. Thus, let me demonstrate by logging into my account first. As you can see, I managed to log into my account and my name is shown at the top page as well. Just like what SIAW did just now, our mission is to create a fan-less ATM system and everything is easy to understand and deployment. To log out from your account, just select 0 and now you did return to the home page. Our system performs extremely fast unlike other platforms. It will be hang and freezing easily during peak hours. If you would like to access our system, just select number 0 again. Now press any key to call the system. Let me switch back to the SIAW for elucidate the first transaction activity in our system, cash deposit.
In addition, I'll be introducing the deposit function. When we choose 1, which is cash deposit, the font would turn into light blue. The user is asked to enter the amount to be deposited. Since the smallest not acceptable by ATM machine is 10 ringgit Malaysia, therefore the minimum amount allowed for cash deposit is 10 ringgit Malaysia. Besides, the valid amount of deposit must be divisible to 10. For instance, when I deposit 5 ringgit Malaysia into the account, it is invalid because the minimum amount of deposit is 10 ringgit Malaysia and 5 ringgit is not divisible by 10 too. And here, it shows that the deposit amount is invalid. Never mind, let's try again. While I add 55 ringgit Malaysia into the account It is also invalid because the amount of deposit must be divisible to 10. Cash deposit will only take place in both of the requirements are fulfilled. The pretest loop will continue looping until the user satisfies both of the requirements. What if we add 100 ringgit Malaysia into the account? Will it work? By right, it should be work and the amount of 100 ringgit will credited to my account. Before that, let me open the text file for a while to check with the current balance. As of now, my primary balance is 1,200 ringgit Malaysia. So now back to our system again. Let's press enter and perceive the outcome. Wow, it's like finally, my balance has become 1,300 ringgit Malaysia as shown in the terminal. Now, let us open the user database text file again and check if the amount is up to date. Yes, in the text file, the amount exhibited is the same as the terminal as 100 ringgit is a valid amount and the new amount will be updated in the account file. Sinu, could you please explicate on how the cash withdrawal feature works?
Welcome back. Now it's my turn to inaugurate the withdrawal features. When we choose which is cash withdrawal, the font will turn into the gray color, indicating that the user has entered a valid choice. At this point, the user is required to key in the withdrawal amounts. As mentioned by Jin earlier, when he was creating his account, this will demonstrate that the system will put out a warning message when the primary balance is less than 10 ringgit. However, this is the same for the cash withdrawal functionality as well. The new balance after withdrawing the cash must be 10 ringgit and above. Speaking of the minimum amount allowed to be withdrawn, it will be 10 ringgit. So long as a user fulfills both of these requirements, he or she is able to withdraw cash. Now, let me perform 3 attempts. First, let's try 8 ringgit. Beforehand, let me open the test file that Jins opened just now to check with my current balance. Oh yes, I have the balance of 1,030 ringgit. Let me switch back to the ATM system. First, let me insert the value of 8 ringgit and see if the amount is begin reduct. As expected, a warning message pops out saying that the account balance of withdrawal amount is less than 10 ringgit. In this case, the withdrawal amount is less than 10 ringgit. Now, I try to withdraw 10,000 ringgit from my account. Let's see if there is any bug with this machine. If I could withdraw 10,000 ringgit from the machine, I would be the millionaire in one day soon. Again, as expected, it does not allow me to withdraw by popping out the same error again. Eventually, let me key in the valid amount. Perhaps the 30 ringgit will be fine in this case. Let us see if the balance on the test file and terminal reduced to the 1,000 ringgit. Okay, great. Now it shows that the balance has 1,000 ringgit. Congratulations! It's our pursuit to enact the new funds transfer methods. Now back to the SHEAN.
Introducing Duit Now fund transfer functionality. Duit Now is a new method allowing the user to transfer funds to his or her friends, clients, employees, and more instantaneously. Without hesitating, let me clarify on how this thing works. In order to perform fund transfer, there must at least 2 registered accounts in our system. One is to transfer the fund, and another one is to receive the fund at the same time. There is no delaying in this functionality. As shown by Jin earlier, we have a total of 4 accounts in our text file. Let's say, if I were to transfer the money to Jin because I would like to congratulate him for hitting the 1 million YouTube subscribers. Let me just open the text file again. Okay, so I have the balance of 1,500 Malaysian ringgit, whereas Jin has a balance of 10,000 Malaysian ringgit. Nonetheless, there are some limitations in terms of transferring the fund. The minimum amount to be transferred is 1 Malaysian ringgit. Let me text him for his account details. So let me just try 60 cents Malaysian ringgit. As expected, nothing happens and it directs to the main menu. Let me just try again with 99 cents of Malaysian ringgit again. Yeah, the result is the same. Okay, I decide to transfer him 500 Malaysian ringgit as a bonus. My money is going to fly away. Okay, so Jin's name is displayed in the terminal, confirming that the account belongs to him. To verify that I am not a robot, I would just have to press Y for yes to proceed with the transaction. Let's press enter. Yay! My money fly away! And the remaining balance is 1,000 Malaysian ringgit in my account. A notification has been issued to TEOH Jin and the fund transfer process has complete. Now, let me just text him to check his balance.
Now, let me log in my account and check. Oh wow! I did receive money from you. Thank you, SHEAN.
As always, anytime, Jim. Welcome. Xiaowei, by the way, is it possible to update my bank account details, as I would like to change my account type from others to savings account? I have changed my phone number recently as well. I would also like to change my password as well to secure my account.
When choosing option 4, our system allows the user to update the detail, including their name, phone number, IC number, date of birth, account type, and lastly, the passcode to access their account. Let me demonstrate how does this work. As you can see, now I switch back to my account and I would like to change the particulars in terms of phone numbers, account type, and passcode. In this case, I'm not going to change my first name, middle name, and last name. Let's just type KUAN SIAW. Okay, recently I have changed my phone number to 017-640-1679. Just type it. Let me purposely type 9 digits first and see if there any bug. 017-640-167 and then hit the enter button. As expected, a warning message pops out just like what Jin performed at the beginning of his presentation. It is the same going for IC number as well. 017-640-1679. Okay, I have successfully updated my phone number, and next, IC number and date of birth remain unchanged. Yeah, usually the people are not going to change the IC number unless they would like to create joint account for some reasons. I wish to change my account to current account. Let's key in C in the lower case and eventually my new passcode will be 270803. To ensure the particulars are correctly updated, let's switch back to the folder and open the text file again. As expected, the details are updated flawlessly and precisely. At the same time, not only the information on the text file is updated, In fact, in the system itself, the particulars are also synchronized. Let me switch back to the terminal and choose 5, which is to view the account. Let us double check and see if the information of both sides is the same. Yeah, the account number must be the same, name must be the same too, and let's take a look on the registered phone number. See, it is sent as the text file. The phone number is updated perfectly. Account type has been changed for saving to current favorably. And last but not least, the balance is 1,300 ringgit Malaysia, which is also updated as I did perform cash deposit transaction at the beginning of my presentation. Back to Jin, and he will sharing the most exciting and thrilling part, fixed deposit functionally.
A fixed deposit is a financial instrument provided by banks which provide the users a higher rate of interest compared to a regular savings account until the given maturity date. Once the user has created his or her account successfully, he or she will have the options to create a fixed deposit account to gain higher return for a certain period. Choosing 6, and the users will be entitled to the creation of FD account. In our bank, the users can assist their family to create an FD account as well. Nevertheless, I'm about to open a FD account for myself. Let me type my name, TEOH, CHEE, JIN. I decided to make a FD placement of amount 10,000 ringgit Malaysia. Speaking of the date, I wish to make a placement right now. Since today is 29th of March in 2021, let me just key in that. And we are almost done. I decided to put for 3 years. Let's choose plan 3 and hit enter. A receipt is issued to me saying that the interest is 10% per annum with interest amount of 3,000 ringgit after 3 years. Wow, this is an incredibly huge amount. I would like to make another FD placement with an amount of 50 ringgit for plan 1 perhaps. I believe most of the banks in Malaysia or even EPF departments could not provide such interest rate unlike the past. KLTT will do the best to provide the safest and highest return solutions to all of our beloved customers. Henceforth, my balance should have 450 ringgit out of 10,500 ringgit initially. 10,050 ringgit has been debited from my current account. Let me open the text file and check my balance. Again, it's updated. I can see only 450 ringgit left in my account. At the same time, a FD text file is created showing the transactions made by me with the account number 16777-216. It also includes the maturity date for both plans that I chose just now, which is 3 years and 1 year, respectively. On the 29th of March in 2024 and 29th of March in 2022. The plan selection is also shown in the text file, which is 3 and 1, respectively. And the amount of 10,000 ringgit and 50 ringgit are credited to fixed deposit account. The users might wonder, will the fixed deposit information be updated in the system itself too? Yeah, the answer is yes. Let me demonstrate to you on how to view the FD transaction. In the main menu, select 7 to view all the FD transaction. The font will be changed into yellow. As you can see, the data is sorted elegantly and precisely from name followed by the start date, end date, years, amount credited to FD, interest, and ultimately the final amount. Please note that the currency is in Malaysia Ringgit. As you can see, the spacing between each data is sorted neatly because of the header file IOMNI used in this case. We have set the width. In C++, we call it setW, and it's a manipulator arranging the output formatting as mentioned in the beginning of the video. After viewing the transaction in terms of fixed deposit account, let us look at the overview transaction. Xingyu, can you please demonstrate it?
Yes, sure, James. In my demonstration, I will be using James' account since it has performed several transactions, including the FD payment and the fund that SHEAN transferred to him to configure him as a bonus. Choosing number in the main menus will direct the user to browse his or her overall transactions. As all we can see, James had checked his accounts during his conversation with SHEAN earlier that 500 ringgit had been received by his salaries. In this case, 500 ringgit is credited to his accounts. Looking at the following rows, we found that there are 2 more transactions debiting from his accounts. This is because it has made 2 FD payments, 10,000 ringgit and 50 ringgit respectively. Hence, by the time the maturity that is achieved, the interest and the principal amounts have been credited to his account again. By the way, let me just add on a little stuff. In the system, the date is recorded is according to the time zone in Malaysia, which is GMT plus 8 hours. We do understand most of our customers' requests. Bank statement monthly or reliefs as the bank statement is the great tool to help account holders keeping track of their money. SHEAN, do we provide bank statement to our customer?
Of course, we do prepare the bank statement to our customers. With the bank statement, it shows that our services are accountable with an account holder money. Unlike the other banks such as Maybank and Public Bank, KLTT will always provide the fastest solution to the account holder when he or she wants to refer the bank statement at anywhere and anytime. Selecting 9 in the main menu will provide the bank statement which is up to date. Maybank and the other bank are most likely updating the bank statement 3 months once. Henceforth, if the users would like to print it or view it, they must be visiting to the nearest branch. In our system, the user does not need to visit our bank since everything can be done online, and most essentially, it was fast. Account details including the account number, account holder, IC number, type of account, and the latest balance are shown in the statement. Be sure to keep an eye of our app as we will be introducing more features and fancy interfaces in the upcoming versions.
I am so sad to utter that we have come to the end. If the users would like to delete their account, they could choose that from the main menu and key in the username that they would like to delete permanently. At the meantime, let me create a spam account and let's see the magic. Okay, we have created our spam account. TEOH spam account, and the account is deleted permanently in our system. Look at this magic! Thus, let us go back to the text file again and check if my account is deleted permanently. Alright, as you can see, my account has been deleted and my account is no longer in the system anymore. We are sad to see you leave, and we do hope that we could serve you better in the future. Thank you.